End of this. If you want to know anything else, what I'm planning to show here is you will understand basics of how cloud works. What is it all about cloud? And second point is we'll just spin up a server, install an app, a WordPress application, and see that it's up in the internet where you can go and search in the internet. Okay, and then I'll show you how Google Cloud works also a bit. Very you will understand by the time. Okay, okay, shall we start? So I need some energy. Okay, you guys should be should not be sleeping here. Okay, fine. I have a 3-4 slides, but I'll not go much into the slides. But I thought it will just set the context and perspective so that I'll not miss anything. Okay, let's start with an application. Right? Any application, what does it need? What do an application require for it to work? Generally, any website, like let's take Flipkart or Amazon.com. Okay, what is it all that is required for it to run? Basic blocks. So you need go ahead. Code. Okay. Good. HTML. Okay. So that is the UI or code part of it. So that's all under code. Okay. Anything else? Sorry. Louder. Database. Yeah. Good. Database. What else? Networking. What exactly do you mean? Okay. So that's the physical hardware part of it, right? And that is one aspect, but then there is another aspect, right? There are like you have your application, you have your database. How do they connect? Right? So yeah, basically they're all servers. Database is server. Application has to be deployed on an application server, and they have to connect with each other so that they can communicate. Application can talk to database can understand the application. So this kind of communication can happen when there is networking in this, right? So. But let's say I have a Flipkart database. Can you, as an end user, can you talk to the database? No, we can't access their database. So what it means is an application server or application has to talk to database, but nobody else should talk to the database. So it's not only about establishing communication, but at the same time it's about restricting communication only to these guys. Nobody else should. So that is all about networking. How two systems interact. Okay, and then comes the storage aspect. So, how many of you use Dropbox? Okay, how many of you heard a similar thing like that? Google Drive, okay, and what else? You would have. What do you use Google Drive? Anybody? Any drive? Data. So basically, you can store it somewhere and you can access it anywhere, right? So Google Drive is used so that people can store something and then can use it. Earlier days you used to store everything in a hard disk, keep it at home, but now you can actually store it on Drive and you can access it from anywhere. So you can think of this as storage as a service, right? So basically they are giving them storage as a service. So tell me, as a user, for you to use Google Drive, do you install anything? Do you install anything? No, right? You don't install anything. Just log in drive.google.com. If you don't have a Google account, you create it and you can access it. So it's as simple as that. So all these services that are available makes our life better and easier, right? So we as end user is what we're talking about. But think of the company. Let's say .coms, okay? Or let's say some other big client. Let's say Flipkart. Flipkart as a company or an enterprise, they want to store their data, right? They want to store their databases. They want to store a lot of stuff. So what is the easiest way of storing them? Without much of upfront investment. Like I don't want to buy hardware. I don't want to buy anything. I am starting a company today, and I want my servers up within no time. You see what I'm trying to say. So this can be achieved using services like Amazon and cloud services. So you can just bring up a server like that, or you can just use storage like that. Okay. When I say like that, you can access it using multiple ways. You can access it using a web application that Amazon has provided, or you can write a Java program to spin up a server. Can you see that? How is it? So you write a Java program to spin a server. So that is possible. That is possible using these services like Amazon and Google. cloud services. So this is what is called programmable web. So you can actually program it in such a way that you can make things run, and they expose those kind of services. Are you understanding, or should I go my level down? Understanding, right? Okay, fine. Cool. So basically, as I told you, these are the main four things. What is a compute? Compute is nothing but your CPU, and basically how does a processor work? So it needs to have a CPU or something, right? So basically an application to run, right? So these are the four building blocks, basically. Without this, there is no application, right? These are the bare minimum. Okay. Okay. So now that you've got an idea on what this guy is doing, right? So what Amazon is doing. So how many people understood, like what an Amazon Web Service now is at least? I'm not told the definition yet, but I was talking about it. Any understanding, that's fine, even if it is wrong. Yeah, web pages is at a very software level, but right at infrastructure level, enabling services, providing services in such a way that it can actually spin up servers. Okay, so let's say you visualize it like some shop. Okay, you go to a shop and say I want a server, and the server is out there, and then you can use it. Okay, it's as simple as that. So basically, you ask Amazon that I need so and so 8 GB RAM with so and so configuration, and then I am able to access it within a span of a minute, which is very cheap. Okay, so you see where we are going at, right? When I say very cheap, what I meant was you don't need an upfront investment. You need not buy a server box. Earlier days, what used to happen is all these enterprises, right? They used to order for IBM servers, HP servers. It used to take months. Okay, so if you have to start a project or if you have to start your company, you have to plan 1 year in advance. But today, you have an idea, you can spin up a server and then start working. Okay, and if your idea is crap, okay, it doesn't work. Let's say, okay, just terminate the server and you're done. And you pay whatever you have used, and then you're done. So what I would advise everybody is that you start exploring this stuff. So whenever, because we'll see a demo now. So you start exploring this stuff, you practice it. It's very cheap. So as I told you, it's very cheap. So you can just put your hands on it. So you are on the edge basically. It's very hot topic in the market now. So you are on the edge. People can ask you can tell something about it. Okay. So now. So as we have spoken, Amazon Web Services provide you a way of they provide a lot of services such that they provide you a way of starting servers and then configuring the firewall network ports, and you can spin up a storage basically. You can use the storage on the fly. Okay, and then a lot of services that it provides. Okay, so I'll take some examples. So when it comes to networking, right? So it has this DNS service. Somebody was telling me, that I need to post it on some server, right? And then you need to have www.bharat.com, let's say. Okay, so that's my website. So those kind of DNS names are also available as service. So you can say, map my IP to this particular DNS name as a service. So everything you can configure using the UI and very easy. Okay, so those kind of services comes under this networking, right? And Direct Connect, AWS Direct Connect is one such service. I'll not go through everything; it will be boring. But some understanding is good. Okay, so Direct Connect is like you already have, like you can ask me. Now I already have a big data center. Okay, now what do I do? Should I shut down and use it? No, not required. Okay, Amazon provides you ways of connecting your existing data centers to Amazon and vice versa. So they can connect using a Direct Connect service, so that you can talk to them, and you can have your important data like databases and all, whatever banking or whatever. You can have them in your data center, and you can have the application running on the cloud. Okay. When I say application running on the cloud, it can be a WAR file that you will deploy, or it can be a server that you spin up and install everything. You see where I'm talking, what I'm talking. Okay. Any questions still now? Okay. So in the same way, you have databases. Amazon RDS is one very good example. What is RDS? RDS is nothing but relational database service. So earlier, even if you are engineering or whatever degree that you are doing, if you want to work on Oracle, on MySQL, what do you do? What do you do? Where do you start? Go ahead, somebody. Installation. So you start installing the relational database, and then you do a lot of configuration. It will take huge space in your hard drive. It will not start. The service will not start. Then after all of this, you'll be able to use some SQL Plus or something and connect to the server, right? Those days are gone with this kind of Amazon RDS. So they are like relational database as a service. So you just subscribe to the service, and then you have a relational database readily available there. You can create your databases, you can play with it, and it's available on the internet. So you see that advantage, right? You can deploy an application, you can deploy an RDS service instance, then you can connect it very easily on the cloud. Okay. So then comes the compute. Compute is where Amazon EC2 comes into picture. EC2 means ECC, basically EC2. It's Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay. So what does that provide? That provides you, as I told you, the facility of spinning up the servers is what Amazon EC2 will provide you. Okay. So and there are these are basic founding services. Apart from that, there are many other services that are available. I'll not bore you with all of this. One thing that is worth mentioning is this Elastic Beanstalk service. Okay. What it does is you have a WAR file. Okay. And you don't want to manage the server. You don't want an Ubuntu operating system or any of this. You have a WAR file or ER file. Right? Rather WAR file. You have a WAR file. Right. What you do is he provides you an option of browse and upload it. Okay. You upload your WAR file and tell that WAR file will automatically have, like, because it's working on your machine, it will have the database related credentials, details, all of that. It will work on the file. Okay. So you have a WAR file, you have your application ready there without any servers at all. So what I'm trying to say is Amazon internally provides you the servers. I'm not saying it will not work on the server, but you are abstracted of all of that and you are charged only for this kind of service. Basically. You're charged for the service, but you're not charged for the underlying servers, underlying application server, and all. Okay? Are you clear? Louder. Are you clear? Yes. Okay, great. So I'll not talk about this. Just go through. So basically, it's a virtual computing environment. So using standard web services. When I say standard web services, you can write a Java program to spin up a server, or you can use a UI to spin up a server and down a web service. Okay. I think yesterday you had a session on services, right? API, whatever, REST services. So if you have understood that better, so you can appreciate it here. A service that is available on the net, you can either use whatever medium, anybody, any language, who can understand web services, who can talk to web services, can consume the web services, basically. Okay? And it's a pay-as-you-go model. When I say pay-as-you-go, it's like, you just pay for whatever you use. So we'll start a service now, we'll start a server now, we'll use it for 1 hour, and I'll be charged $75. Okay? So resizable compute capacity. So let's say you have started 2 servers, and then you realize that no, I need a 3rd server. So you can spin up on the fly, connect them, and then it will work. Okay? You can put a load balancer or something that is also available as service, and then it will all work. Okay? So I'll not go through this now. It's not it. Now, what are AMIs? AMIs are nothing but Amazon Machine Images. So basically, this is very similar to your ISOs, right? So how did we create that? That Ubuntu distros basically. Like I don't know your name, but what is your name? Sorry, previous session. Yeah, Pradeep was talking about creating different ISOs, right? So in the same way, an ISO represents an operating system as a whole, where you can install it, right? You can just just mount it and then run it, and then your operating system is on your hard drive, right? So in the same way, you have this what are called server templates, basically. So you say it's a virtual machine with Ubuntu installed and so on, so software already available out of the box. Okay, so you directly can choose your AMI, and then when you spin up a server, this particular AMI is applied, and then your operating system is up and running. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So you can just create your custom templates as well. You can create your own server templates so that you understand. And it comes with pre-installed OS. Variety of pre-built images are available, so you can just select it. I'll show you how it works. And then AMI can be uniquely identified, so you can select whichever AMI you want to install. Right? And when I say, so basically there are a lot of components, right? So when you say I want a server, Do you want an 8 GB machine, or do you want 8-core CPU, or how many core CPU? And then various other parameters are there when you say server. So what they have done is they have collated all these parameters into server types basically. So what they call it very simply is you have a micro server, you have a simple server, medium server, extra large, large, so on. So they classified it like this. So whichever type you want, it will have its own specifications. You can pick it up from that. Whichever suits your business requirement. Okay. Okay. So basically, there is another concept called security groups. So what I want you guys to understand is just listen to these terms. I don't want you to completely understand stuff. But then the thing is, like, if you come across this, you can at least go to the website and read about it. So there is this concept or this term called security groups. So we were talking about the networking aspect, right, in the beginning of the session. So we were talking about two servers and how they have to interact and how a Flipkart's database should not be accessed by an intruder or whoever, the outside person. So there is a way of restricting access to only specific set of servers, right? Those restrictions can actually be defined within these security groups. Okay, so not everybody should access your servers, but at the same time, some mandatory servers should access the servers, right? Got it? So security groups will play that role basically, right? So enough of it. So we'll see a demo. We'll spin up a server. We'll start a WordPress application and see how easy is it. Okay. Okay. I might need one chain. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so before we go on, can you guys see this? So these are different kinds of servers that I was talking about: small, medium, large, different types here. So if you see, this is like $0.013 per hour. So even if you do into 60, it's hardly anything. Okay. Okay, so let's start. So what we'll do is, I have created an account in Amazon. So any of you can do this. So go to aws.amazon.com. But all you have to do is you have to give your credit card details. So don't worry, it will not be charged until you use it. But for the first time, they charge something like $1, and then it will come back to your credit card. So I leave it up to you if you want to use it or not. But it's okay, it's safe. I can guarantee it. Okay. So I've logged into it, so I think it will come up. Basically, the console comes up. Okay, good. So basically, if you don't have, you can sign up, right? So aws.amazon.com. That's the website. Okay. So you see, there are a lot of services that are available, right? Route 53, EC2, VPC, and Amazon S3. So this S3 is nothing but simple storage service. So this is like your Dropbox or Google Drive. What it has is, it's a storage as a service. Okay, so you can just access it using API to put some content there or to get some content, or you have a UI wherein you can see. I can show you. So you have management console like this. What you need to understand is, whatever is this website doing, right? You can do the same thing using your API. You can write your Java code and access the same thing, basically. Okay. So here they call what is called a bucket. Okay. I can create a bucket. Just bucket. Okay. So it created a bucket for me, right? Different name, right? Bucket name is not available. Let's say sample bucket version. Okay, so now I have my bucket available. So this is my place. Okay, I can upload any file from here, or I can create, I can do anything. So this content is available on the internet, but it's not accessible to anybody. And you can write programs to it will have its own API key and all. So you can write code to actually talk to this data that is available in this particular S3 bucket. Okay, everybody fine? Okay, let's see. Now I think I'll delete this bucket before they charge me something. Sorry? Only for storage purpose, and these buckets are actually available for your EC2 machines. So let's say I spin up a server. The server will have access to this bucket. So you can put the content here, you can put all of the data here, and then you can open EC2 instance and copy it here. And then terminate the instance, but the data in this bucket will not go. Okay, that is how it works. So basically, you can keep any kind of database that or anything, and once the data is in it, it will not go anywhere. That is assured, basically, like all reliability. Okay, so the data will never. Okay, it's not like your hard drive and you can say it's corrupted. It will not happen. Okay, and enterprise data, like a lot of big customers who will put their database backups, all that kind of thing here. So you can be assured that it will not go. Okay. Now let's start with an EC2 instance. Okay, so I've clicked on EC2 here. Okay. Is it interesting or is it over? Interesting, right? Okay. So basically, I want to launch an instance. Okay. So you guys can see right? So this is what I was talking about AMIs. So you can select an Amazon Linux or Red Hat. Amazon Linux is a custom version of they have wrapped the Red Hat version and made something like what Pradeep has done. Pradeep, right? Yeah. Pradeep. So basically, it's a custom version, and they have their patches, security patches, and they recommend it. So and then Red Hat, so say Ubuntu, Microsoft Windows, you can do whatever you want. Okay, Amazon RDS instance. RDS is, as I told you, the service, database service. Once you complete the launching of an RDS instance, you have an outright database ready without any installation. Okay, right? So like there are a lot of AMIs that are available. Okay, now let's select Amazon Linux. Okay. Okay, so now what kind of machine I want to select? Should I select a small one, micro one, medium, large? Each of this specification is actually available in a documentation page. You can see what C3.large means. Okay, should it mean how much GB of RAM? Actually, it is given here. The RAM details C. Memory is 3 GB, 3.75 GB, and it has 2 into 16 SSDs, and it's a moderate performance, network performance. Depending on your business requirement, you can actually select. So for this demo, what we'll do is we'll select a micro instance, which is like 1 GB RAM. Okay, that's enough for us. That's good enough for us. Okay, and for your kind information, if you have registered your Amazon account for the first 1 year, this micro instance is free. If you spin up this, you will not be charged. Okay, so I would suggest you guys should explore stuff like this. You can create an instance and you can put some web server, and then you can access it from your web application. Anyways, there is an hackathon and all, right? So you can create some service there and then access it from your mobile application. Okay, you can do those kind of things, and it's available on the internet. So basically, your service is actually deployed on the internet. Okay, so now next is basically what kind of instance. So basically, I just want one instance, and I think you can ignore for that. So it's okay. Defaults are fine, and then you can add a storage. So this is what is a storage. Okay, so basically a default storage comes up. So basically 8 GB RAM is 8 GB hard disk is what they are giving. You can increase it. You can say 100 GB, whatever you want. Okay. You need not worry about any hardware, how will they procure and all. That's all happening. Tag. So basically, I can give some name to it. Let's say WordPress. So that if you have 20 servers, you can identify the server that you are trying to launch using a tag. Okay. So you have 20 servers. You can say, okay, this is the application server, this is so database server, SharePoint server, whatever. Okay. Next, this is where the security groups come into picture. So I told you, right? So the connectivity aspect is taken care by security groups. What needs to access and what should not access. So here what we are defining is anybody with a private key should be able to SSH into this particular box that is hosted on the server. That is actually spinned up now. So that is the reason we have enabled SSH by default. It's available. So SSH is available. When you say 0000, what it means is anybody, any IP will be able to access it as long as they have a private key. I think you understand this private key, public key, right? Okay, basically it's like you have an access like a door keys. So if you have that key, you can get inside the system, right? It's as simple as that. Now we'll add another rule saying anybody with HTTP port 80 is open. Okay, so what I mean is this particular server :80 or server address should be accessible to the outside world. So anybody can do HTTP colon ABCD, can get into the and access that particular port. Okay, and then I'm saying review and launch. He's suggesting why don't you use an SSD here? Then I say it's okay. I don't know. Volume is fine, right? And what he's trying to say there is that free tire can actually, in free tire you can use up to 30 GB of SSD drive. That's what he was trying to say, the last message. Okay, now we are all set. Let me launch it. Okay. And this is where you can say, the key pair, basically public key, private key. So I already have a, I think you understand, if not, we can talk about it. But then I already have a key pair available. So this is my key. And then I use the same thing. And I'm saying I acknowledge this. Any questions? We are launching it. Any questions? So key pair is like, if you don't have, say create a key pair. And then we'll say download key pair. You'll get it, download it. So you will have a private key with you. Using that private key, we'll log in. I'll show you how to log in with that private key. But for now, you can download a new one or you can use an existing one. Okay? So I will use an existing one because again you have set permissions on it and all this. It shouldn't be available. So chmod and all your okay. Okay, are we good? Okay, let me launch the instance. So our instance is now launching. Okay, we can go to the UI and see what is the status. Okay, it will take a couple of minutes. So once this instance is available, it's like you can SSH into that box, and then you can do whatever you want to do. And then you can SSH into the box, and then what is that? What am I actually done?
We are actually streaming live. We are streaming live.
Okay, so now our application, our server is running. Okay, so server is running now. So we'll try and do an SSH into that. Okay, so what is my IP address? Okay, so all I have to do is this is my public DNS. This is my IP.